I think the only two characters that I'm gonna hate in the series are gonna have to be Lionel Acrux and Stella Orion. I just every time they appear, they just annoy the hell out of me. Um, and I really hope at the end of the series they get what's coming to them, and I hope I'll just be really satisfied because they annoy me. Hello friends, my name is Alexa and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the second book in the Zodiac Academy series called Ruthless by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. I should warn you that there will be spoilers as I'm going to go into what exactly went on in this book. However, if you wish to avoid spoilers, then I'll leave a little timestamp in the description if you want to skip to that part, or I'll just give my overall thoughts and also the rating of this book. With that said, let's get started to what happened in this book. For this book, I wrote like a bunch of notes, so like bear with me because a lot happens in this book and I'll try to like go as fast as I can. So basically this book like starts out with what happened at the end of the first book with the Professor Astrum being killed by a nymph, and then all that stuff that happened to Tori and Darcy. And then the book kind of also begins with like the beginning of Caleb's point of view. And so Caleb, Darius, Max, and Seth kind of go somewhere where like the four of them hang out. I don't remember where exactly the place is called, but it's basically where they both have like a meeting place for them. Caleb feels like feels very bad for what they did. I think it's like because he has feelings for Tori, and so that's why he feels bad. Also, to me, he kind of seems like a follower, like he like follows what everybody else is doing. He doesn't really have like thoughts of his own. Darius said he doesn't like doing what he did to Tori, but like he had to like show them like, yeah, we're stronger than you, and like to kind of teach them a lesson, like we're gonna be the future rulers and you're not, kind of attitude. To me, Caleb and Darius seemed to show more remorse than Seth and Max did. To me, Seth and Max were like all happy they did it, and they don't really feel that much remorse for what they did. Then Tori and Darcy, they just want to leave Zodiac Academy and they want to go back to where they used to live in the human world. And so Tori kind of says that she'll just get money from Darius's room, like with all the gold and whatnot, and Darcy will go and get the Stardust from, I think, Professor Lance's desk in his classroom. And so when Tori breaks into Darius's room, she takes all of his money, or like the gold, and she also sets his room on fire. Darcy breaks into the Lance's classroom, and she also breaks into his desk trying to find the Stardust, in which she does, and then she also gets caught by Lance, and so she uses the Stardust and like try to get away from him, but he like grabs onto her, so they both get transported to Air Tower, which is basically like the people who use air magic's dormitory. And then she tries to they both like have a scuffle, and like she accidentally blasts him off of the tower. She freaks out because she's like, oh my god, I think I just killed my professor, but like he turns out to be okay because he's like using air magic to propel himself up, like back up. And then Lance basically tells like Darcy, and like, you shouldn't be leaving, like this is just how it works here, and but if they want to then they can, but you're still gonna give the heirs what they want because you're leaving, and it shows that they affected you so bad that you're leaving Zodiac Academy. And then so after like that whole conversation, and after he takes Darcy's blood because she's his source, Darcy comes to this conclusion, and she even tells Tori that, well, maybe we shouldn't leave. Let's stay and let's get back at the heirs for what they did to us. And also, Lance is also secretly trying to help Darcy regrow her hair after she got her hair cut by Seth. Yeah, and then to me, in this book, Caleb is trying to be better. To me, he kind of grew on me in this book a little bit. And then in, I think, Lance's class, like, they find out that, yes, the professor was actually killed by a nymph. Like, it's now confirmed. And, and then there is this one moment where I think Tori and Darcy kind of, like, separately see that Tori sees that Darius has a Libra symbol on his arm, and Darcy sees that Lance has the Leo symbol branded on his arm, which means that they got bonded. I think that Darius and Lance are, like, bonded. I think by, well, I'll get to that later on how they're bonded, but and then Tori like, basically demands Darius to help her teach her how to control her fire, and which he does, because they kind of, like, he just helps her. I can't remember what they agreed to, but he eventually helps her. They're getting along with each other while they're going through that, and then they're kind of playing around with each other, like a little steamy activity going on while they're learning, like, while Tori's learning how to control her fire. And then I think, yeah, we learn how both Darius and Lance are bonded by when Darius goes back home, because his room is burnt, and so it's because they're both bonded because his dad, like, basically forcibly bonded them together, which is okay. And also that his dad he basically hates his other son Xavier because his order is not a dragon. Xavier's order is a Pegasus, and so Darius and Xavier's father don't like that, because, like, their whole family is, like, dragon order type thing, and so his dad was basically trying to, well, he wants, if he ever decides to kill him, then yeah, but their mom, like, came up with this plan, like, well, if you kill Xavier, then everybody's gonna know about, like, the whole thing, basically, so his dad's kind of holding off on that for now. And then I think during their astrology or astronomy class, when Darcy goes back there alone, she's attacked by a nymph, and my heart kind of dropped in that moment. It was like, oh my god, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, poor girl. But, like, she tries to escape the nymph, and then she runs into Lance, and she, like, basically tells him the whole thing, and then he's going in there to try to find it. And then Lance brought Darcy back to her dorm, and then he's, like, he's, like, fighting his feelings for her, I think. And so Lance and, like, Darcy have this moment together where he, like, basically tells Darcy, then stop looking at me like that, and then Darcy's like, then stop looking back, Lance, you know? And then while Tori and Darcy are trying to, like, come up with ideas to get back at the heirs, even though Tori already got back at Darius from starting a fire in his room, There's like this ongoing joke with Caleb and how he has a fetish for Pegasuses, so Tori and Darcy and like the whole Geraldine, Sophia, Diego, they like all play into that, where they want to get back at them, or like they're helping Tori and Darcy too. So Tori and Darcy like order a Pegasus sex doll and they like leave it in Caleb's bedroom. And then once he comes out of his room, like in like he was like taking a shower and like thinking about Tori sexually, he sees the sex doll put on his bed and he's like getting all pissed off. And then, well, I guess you would assume how the scene would play out if you use your imagination, because it played out exactly how you would expect it would. He is in a towel and he's trying to push the sex doll, inflatable sex doll, out, but it kind of looks like he's having you know what with the sex doll, when in reality he's not, but he's also getting more pissed off. Which to me, he kind of walked in that one. He really should have just got dressed and then taken care of it that way, or at least deflate it before trying to shove it out of your bedroom. So then after all that, Caleb's like really pissed off, and he said that he'll eventually figure out who did this and he's gonna make them pay. And then when Darcy is trying to like implant this like flea thing, or like she's doing like, I think it was like I don't remember what she was doing. She's trying to make Seth like get fleas, and then she like sneaks into Seth's room, and I felt so bad for her. She gets trapped in the room. She's hiding in the closet while Seth and his pack are having they're having an orgy. And poor Darcy, she thought she was gonna get caught, poor girl. So she tries to move as quickly as she could as soon as they go into this shower to sneak out of his room. But she gets caught by Seth and she's like, oh my god, get me the hell out of here. Luckily nothing happens between Seth and Darcy, because she's freaking out and Seth's getting a little too touchy-feely. And then I think she hears outside the door that Seth got fleas. I can't remember if it's during orgy scene or after the fact, but yeah, her plan worked. And then Darius invites Tori and Darcy to like a family party. Yeah, like a family party to meet like the heir's parents, and yeah. Well, that scene, they're basically, I think at the party, or like before the whole party, or whatever the hell is going on at Darius's house, they get like kind of interrogated by the heir's parents on like, well, what are you doing here? Are you gonna go through, like, take the throne? And like Tori and Darcy was like, no, we just want to get our parents' inheritance. We are not interested in the throne. Yada yada yada. And then after the whole thing, they go into like this room to like enjoy like food, the party, whatever, conversation. And then Tori and Darcy kind of split off from each other. Tori gets to have a conversation with Xavier, and then she finds out that Xavier might not be a dragon, but she's not sure what his order might be because he's so nice to her, while Darius is a little ruder to her. So she's like, oh, well, you're probably one of the nicest dragon shifters I ever met, right? And then there's also a scene where Darcy and Lance have this like scene in the pool where they shared their first kiss together, and then Lance is like, well, we can't be doing this is too risky for us. This kiss and whatever will be the only thing that will be between us. There will nothing more between us, and so on and so forth. And as much as Darcy doesn't like that, she agrees because she knows she's putting Lance's job at risk, because remember, he is their professor and you're dating a student. And also I think Darcy's 18, while Lance is a little bit, well, he's older. He's like around my age. I'm like 27, but he's like, I think in that book he's like 25, 26, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's in his 20s, like mid-20s, late 20s. So, oh yeah, and then basically just Darius's father, Lionel, and Lance's mom, Stella, just piss me off. I hate them. I don't know what the hell Lionel's problem is, but you're beating up on your son, and then you want to kill your other son because he's not a dragon? Seems a little weird. And also Stella sacrificing or giving her daughter up to some sort of shadow realm being or whatever the hell it is seems a little strange to me. And also her getting weird with her son is like, no. And also Lionel cheating on his wife, like, okay, like, what is going on? What is happening? I don't know. I just hope in the end of the series that both of them gets what's coming to them. I think that'll be the most satisfying thing to me. Oh god, please. Oh yeah, and then also I think during like one of their water lesson classes with Professor Washer, Geraldine shows that her order form is a Cerberus to Tori and Darcy, and also Angelica, who is a cousin to Darius and who's also loyal to the royal family, which is Tori and Darcy's parents, is also a dragon shifter. So they have 2 new friends and 2 new members for their cause, or like, you know what I mean. Also Tori gets put under, like, I believe it's after the whole party thing, but she gets put under a spell by Max, like a siren's call. And while Tori is following the siren's call, she's like, oh god, no, because she realizes it's Max, and Max is like, damn, it had to be you, didn't it? And so then Tori found out some more information about Max due to kissing him, because to break the siren's call, you have to kiss him. And I also put like a little note to myself that I liked learning more about the boys, the hairs in this season. The heirs in this book. It gives you more of like a reason why they do what they do. I do know that there's another book that's kind of like, there's another book that's just that's like from the heir's point of view, from like, or the heir's point of view, or Lance's point of view from like the first book, but I don't know. I haven't read that book yet, but I'm told I'm supposed to read that at the end of the series, but if that's the case, then that's okay with me, because I'm still reading the whole thing. But the whole Pegasus and Caleb thing keeps biting him in the ass. They keep making fun of him. The whole school is basically making fun of him, and Caleb's losing his shit. And then Lance told Darcy that his opinion changed. His opinion of them changed since the first time they showed up, but he'll still support the heirs regardless. And then while Tori was going to check on the gold or bury the gold, because I think their dorms were getting inspected by Solaria's like federal agents kinda, or investigators, so, but my heart kind of dropped when Darius was following Tori, because I thought, oh my gosh, he's gonna get caught with his stuff. And then Darius, I think this is a very sweet moment between Darius and Tori, because I was smiling during this scene, and then I kind of felt it, like I got called out for it. But Darius says, it suits you, and then Tori says, what does? And then Darius says, smiling. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. Oh man, I hope it works out in the end between them, I swear. Oh, and then also like during the whole detention thing, because Darcy I think got detention too or something, but they basically have to do like hard labor, and Lance is like kind of watching over the whole thing, and just Darcy and Darius getting along with each other, and how he's like talking to her like she's a person. Like they're having this whole conversation and making fun of Washer and all that stuff. I just thought it was really, I don't know, just like a really cute moment how protective he is also of Darcy. I don't know. And then Darius admits that he doesn't hate Tori, but Tori basically says she doesn't hate him because she doesn't care about him. But to me, I think, to me and to her, she thinks that it might be a lie because she's starting to develop these little tiny feelings with him. And then at the end of the book, they do this whole pitball match. To me, it was confusing. I think I was the same confused as Tori and Darcy, but it was like interesting all the same. And then Washer is warning Nova something bad is coming to happen. Nova is basically the principal, but Nova is not taking it seriously, and to me, I think it's gonna bite her in the ass. But also to me, Washer being serious is scary because he's kind of used as a comedy relief and like giving you like a little laugh, even though he is a creepy perv, but he's funny nonetheless. He warns Tori and Darcy to run. Also Darius was getting a little annoyed that Caleb is all over Tori. He's very possessive of Tori. I think he is developing feelings for her. Zodiac Academy lost their pitball match to another school, and then Tori and Darcy were told to present like the award medals or something, and then they're basically said, oh yeah, we'll go through to the throne, or we're gonna take the throne, which kind of angers the heirs. See Caleb, Caleb, Seth, Max, and Darius, and then they attack them. They get like thrown in this like pit thing, and then all of a sudden the nymphs are attacking the pitball stadium, and they almost get Tori and Darcy. A lot of people are shifting into their order forms while others are staying in their normal form. Some people are dying, some people are fighting. Darcy and Lance won't leave each other when fighting the nymphs, and then while Tori is running to Darius in his dragon form, he's basically trying to nudge her to like run, go away kind of thing, but Tori won't leave him. Tori and Darius are protecting each other. Then Darius gets attacked by a nymph, seriously injured. Tori couldn't bear it if Darius were to die, and then like Lance is like desperately trying to heal him. And that's basically how it ends. My overall rating of this book, I gave this book 4.5 stars. I really like how the story seems to be progressing, and I'm really excited to figure out what's gonna happen next in this series. Like I said before, I hope Lionel and Stella get what's coming to them. I think I'll be very happy about that. I hope that Tori and Darius end up together, and I hope Darcy and Lance end up together. I'm not sure what's going on with Diego. He seems a little suspicious to me. If you hear my brother yelling, he's playing a video game. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen next. I have more videos like this one, in like the description there's like various playlists if you want to check out more videos like this one here. If you like this video, then please leave a like. If you want to see more from me, then please hit the subscribe button. If you've read up to book 2 of Zodiac Academy, let me know what your thoughts so far about this book is, what you think of the heirs, or what do you think of Lionel? Do you hate him too? Do you hate Stella too? Or do you like them because you're fans of villains and you just like that sort of thing? But yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.